about Boston?
Your cousin from Boston. Remember those commercials? I forget what it was for. Was it for a beer? I think it was for Sam Adams, right?
Sounds like a Sam Adams.
Sounds like
They're a
it's for
phone company.
Wait, are they? Wait.
Or a phone company.
Oh, they
Just
said
sounds
they're
like a phone company
I'm
thing.
like, they are not. Shit. What episode number are we on too? Forgot about that. 54. Gotcha. 54. Welcome to Cold Hard Trash CRT episode 54. I'm your host Trashcan Jones.
And I'm your fellow host and new editor, Breeg.
Yeah. So this episode, if it sounds real good, that's because you did it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put a bunch of really cool effects on it and then...
Make it sound like a wacky radio intro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Audio quality will be supreme. Just you wait.
Nice. I was talking about Toonami right before we started recording, too. I realized that one of the animes I thought I remembered on Toonami was just a Daft Punk music video. Because Daft Punk...
Interstellar 5555 is one of my favorite movies.
I can't believe like Daft Punk just released their music basically on Toonami. They were just like, oh, yeah, we're going to drop our music video. We're the only place to appreciate it, I guess.
Well, I mean, I think this was in like the really early 2000s or
like
even
2001 or 2, I think.
I think maybe 2001. I don't know. There's other space things that's related to 2001. But, yeah, no, it's Interstellar 5555. It's a movie, you know.
Wild.
It's like the entire album, and I really appreciate it. It's a great thing to like clean to. It's good tracks back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
Got a nice story.
I remember watching it just kind of idly as a kid because my brother would always put on Toonami, and I thought it was, an anime. Didn't realize that Daft Punk just kind of made that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It was a collaboration between a French studio, because Daft Punk is French,
right,
and a Japanese studio to produce that one work. They also had it in theaters recently, in the past year.
Really?
And I thought it was only going to be in New York, and then someone was like, oh no, they did in Chicago too, and I was like, these pricks.
They didn't fucking tell me.
Shitty website. Didn't say it. So I missed it. That would have been really nice.
Damn.
But yeah, they also got Daft Punk in it.
Wait, what do you like? Daft Punk? Like actually, they're in it? Like
yeah, they
cameoed?
animate them
oh,
during
hell yeah.
the music awards that happen in the movie, and then they're just sitting there in the crowd, and they're
clapping.
It goes over to them for a second, and they put like "Love You" on like their screen faces or something.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of like the original Daft Punk. I guess from their first album, first two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And digging it. I like their vibes.
Yeah, they're good all the way through. And then I remember they officially broke up like 2 years ago or something, and it's been like a decade, like a long time since you guys did anything. So fair enough. Like no one's really that sad about it, but now we know.
Yeah, I guess never again. Oh no.
Yeah.
I wonder why even bother breaking up then after 10 years. We're gonna make it clear we're never making music for you again.
Yeah, we're just just so you guys know, don't hold out.
I guess, yeah. Just let them know. We're done. We're both retired, so goodbye. Well, yeah. Oh well. Rest in peace, Daft Punk.
Yeah, their software got outdated.
They rebooted. Y2K hit them hard.
Yeah.
Never recovered. So I never asked you this. I don't think I even put it on the question list for our 1-year anniversary. I may have asked you it before in an earlier episode, but I don't remember. Do you have a fictional crush? What was your first fictional crush, if you have one? Or have had one? By fictional crush, I mean fictional character that you have a crush on, just to be clear.
Not a crush that doesn't exist.
Right, not a crush that is not real.
Well, almost definitely had one. I just don't have it off the top of my head. I don't think about it that much nowadays.
Oh, okay.
But if give me a moment to think, to
sure.
Ponder.
Sure, I'll talk about my first one. I don't know if I've ever mentioned, but was Velma Dinkley whenever I was a kid. I feel like she was always underappreciated. So.
Yeah. I feel like our age group kind of cares more about her, way more about her than Daphne.
Right? That's weird how it's kind of become that thing of she's the more popular one now. I feel like whenever you watch Scooby-Doo, she's always the second afterthought one. I'm just yeah, she'll end up solving the case and her own deal, but yeah, she's got her 1 minute of screen time to do that and nothing else basically, and lose her glasses and be a klutz.
Yeah, well, I think she has a more, I guess, defined identity in the show, right? Than
especially
Velma.
in later ones, yeah. But if you watch like the original Scooby-Doo's, like I think it was up until even What's New Scooby-Doo, there wasn't really like a whole lot of like Velma centric stuff. It had a couple episodes, maybe she get her own.
Even if there's less of her, I feel like there's more identity to her, like more character than Daphne. Tell me what Daphne does.
She's a reporter, right? That's her whole shtick. She wants to be a reporter.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that's like, I think it's in Zombie Island. She eventually like becomes a reporter. That's her whole thing. I assume that's what she was working for the whole time then.
Yeah, I believe it, but.
And Velma's all investigatory. She wants to be the great investigator. And I think that's in Zombie Island what she's doing. She has like her own investigatory business.
Fred is a bit of a dolt.
I don't know
Shaggy's
what Fred is. I think Fred's just Daphne's cameraman.
I mean, I think he owns the car. He drives it at least.
He's still the driver, yeah.
And he's preppy.
Got the ascot, yeah.
I don't know, man. I said before, I never really had like that big of a thing with like animated characters, right? And I'm just realizing now that like that's not really new for me. But I don't know. Let's just throw out
not even like a Lola Bunny.
Gwen from Total Drama Island.
We said Gwen. Okay.
Yeah.
The goth one.
Yeah.
Pretty good choice.
Yeah.
Goth girls are always are a plague in a lot of the media when we were kids.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
I don't know. It's really influenced a lot of like just culture in general of just like the hot goth GF, you know?
Yeah,
it's a huge meme.
Part of that I feel. I don't know how I feel about that. Just how big of a thing that became. Seems a little objectifying to me, but you know that was just what we were seeing as kids, you know. And it drilled pretty deep in there for a lot of us.
I think part of it is like it kind of swung around because like being goth wasn't the cool thing, right? So like when I guess girls maybe were doing the goth thing, they were kind of the outcast in that, so that when they were, you know, sort of objectified, maybe they leaned into it more. I don't know. I'm just speculating a whole lot. Maybe they were just like, ooh, cool, people think we look good now, so we'll roll with it. I don't know.
No idea, but
because I haven't heard anybody like you're saying like being mad at the goth GF. Like it is kind of true though that it is just kind of objectifying of that. But
yeah, it's a lot. It's like just so many people posting about wanting a big titty goth GF. It's
right.
It's I don't know. Also, just like posting about how badly you want a girlfriend in general is kind of loser behavior.
Yeah, yeah.
Go do it.
Go get one.
Yeah.
Do you at least try?
But yeah, that's my answer. Gwen.
Nice.
From Total Drama Island.
Look, Dodge Lola Bunny and who's the other one from the Goofy movie? The first one. I don't remember. They tried to make hot.
Oh, what, the artsy girl? That guy with the big guy?
I forget. The whole love interest in the first Goofy movie. They did the whole thing where they had like the sparkling eyes and slow-mo with like hair brushing and all that. They tried to do like a very sexy scene. I remember as a kid being like, why? Like, very confused.
She has a dog nose.
Right. I was just like, why is it? Lola Bunny was, I guess, a little less confusing, a little more humanoid, and they really did it up with like a Jessica Rabbit sort of deal. So I was like, okay, but also weird.
And I don't blame people for being like, you know, attracted to cartoon characters and stuff. I mean, like animators like to draw attractive cartoon characters, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of people's cup of tea, and I can appreciate it. But I don't know. I don't think too hard about it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not something that's within like my full wheelhouse. Me and Mrs. Trash were actually just talking about it before I got over. She's like, I guess I can't blame a lot of the people that are furries, but like, yeah, I really just don't want to see it. Because there's just a lot of media about it. Oh, what's Captain Toilet Cat doing over there? Learned recently that Captain likes to play in the toilet bowl, so we got to keep the bathroom door closed when we're over here. That's pretty fun.
I'm just hearing a lot of echo.
That'll be fine.
But yeah, she likes to dip in the toilet bowl. So I close my toilet before flushing like every single time. And you know, I always just make sure it's closed when I leave. But I have company over, staying the night, you know, whatever. Have you over, you go to the bathroom, leave the top open so it goes. And I wasn't too worried about it. And then I find out that she fucking jumps in there.
Like all the way in? Like, is she just getting herself?
I walked in on it once. Yeah, she had like both of her paws in there. Like I said, I saw a paw print on like inside the bowl.
So she's not like jumping and sitting in there. She's just kind of leaning in and like tapping her feet, like
Yeah, like
Okay.
splashing it and
Okay.
stuff. And
having fun with the water.
I feel like the whole bathroom gets much dirtier very quickly when
Oh
she
yeah,
does that.
she's just tracking toilet. Probably the whole house does.
Yeah.
Tracking toilet water everywhere.
Yeah. I made sure to clean.
Little sewer rat.
Sorry I locked you out of there. I didn't want to lock you in there.
Yeah, it's probably better. She'd probably be very complaining if she got locked in.
Yeah. She does it to herself. Like, she's done it to herself before.
Just close the door on herself?
Oh, actually, no, that was my other cat, Suzu. But she came and warned me when I was in I was like lying in bed. You know, it was still in the morning. I'd like gotten up, fed them, and then got back in bed. And then she comes over and it's still bothering me. I'm like, I fed you. Like, what's the big deal? And I come out and this door is shut. And Suzu locked himself in there.
That's cute. She came to his rescue.
Yeah.
She lassied him. Aw. What a good little sister.
Yeah. She looks so sad. I can't let her in there. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's not even. There's nothing even in there. Just a big empty room. It's just. She probably just likes the space.
Yeah. Mutual friend of ours might be moving in there soon enough, which would be nice because I mean I really wanted to do something with that last room, but it's been a year and I haven't.
Yeah.
And so like, what's the point of not having it filled?
Right.
Really. Like if I could like use that room for something, I could just move like some of my shit in there, but
Yeah.
I don't really want to move my stuff.
It's gonna be weird recording here when someone else lives here, though.
I will just tell them, okay.
We'll just barricade that door, like you're not allowed out.
Yeah. And we'll take a walk and, you know, flip them a
Get
quarter.
out of here. Get buy yourself something nice. Don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah.
Flip them a quarter.
We still get ice cream trucks around here.
Ooh, hell yeah.
It's pretty nice.
That's pretty cool. You can run out and actually make the ice cream man stop. Does he play
Well,
the
I've
Chain
only
Gang
ever
Love song?
saw him. Yeah,
Nice.
I've only ever saw him already stopped though because like I live across the street from a elementary school.
Ah. So you're probably like getting ready, like, oh, these kids are probably about to come out.
Yeah, I mean, one of the like maybe like a month and a half ago, I was coming back from recording with you. It was already a little bit warm out, but it might have been one of those like crazy ass like warm weekends in spring. And there was an ice cream truck sitting there in front of the school. And I walked over and I had some cash on me. I was like, hey, give me one of those.
Give me a Bugs Bunny pop.
Strawberry shortcake. I typically go for the strawberry shortcake
That's
or
a good one, too.
the chocolate eclair
Nice.
ones because I like the little cake bits they got on the outside.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I go for either a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Tweety Bird, or Strawberry Shortcake's pretty good too. Drumstick's a classic if they're really out of everything.
Mm-hmm. I should go for the character ones more because it's like, where else are you going to get it except for an ice cream truck? But at the same
Exactly.
time, I like the
They're
chocolate.
always so fucked up, dude. Whenever
Yeah,
you pull them out,
that's
it's
part
so
of the
good.
that's part of the fun.
You get like the Ninja Turtles and their eyes are like this.
Mhm.
So good. They have gumballs too. The eyes are gumballs. You get a little gum treat with it.
Yeah,
It's fun.
and they're frozen gumballs too, so they're really crunchy. at
Yeah,
first.
you gotta suck on them for a bit.
Well, I don't do that. You know about how I eat hard candies, right?
No, you just chew hard candies. You
Yeah, like a
fucking
Jolly
maniac?
Rancher. I'll
Timmy
just
Turner, he's Super Beaver. What the hell?
Yeah, like Jolly Ranchers. I'll just crunch them away.
Why? Warheads too? You're a goddamn maniac.
Yeah,
Your teeth
I
probably
know.
hate you.
I mean, I went to the dentist last week and they said I'm fine. They also said I need to come back and get my permanent retainer repaired. So who knows?
So you need a retainer permanently in your mouth.
No,
But
that's
otherwise-
because of I had braces at some point.
Oh, so you needed braces.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you like fuck your teeth up to the point where you need braces, or is that just like always going to be a genetic thing?
I don't know if you can. I mean, yeah, I don't know if that's possible.
Right,
Also,
that's
I still have all my wisdom teeth.
Okay,
I have
that's
4
pretty good
more
then.
wisdom than you.
Well, yeah,
and they're
but
never growing in.
you had braces. So you cheated. You had cheaters. It's like bowling with the gutters on. I didn't have braces my entire life, so yeah, 4 of my wisdom teeth were impacted because all my teeth were perfect. So the other ones got jealous
Yeah.
and to start going sideways. Like, oh yeah, take this perfect teeth. Didn't work. Hammered them out.
Hmm.
Fucking stupid teeth. Not so wise now, are you?
Yeah. You got what's coming to them. I just really wanted to grow mine in. Like, I really wanted to just be someone that had like 4 bonus
Extra
teeth.
Yeah. You get apparently like bite like science, like looking at bite marks is a kind of a bunk science, but you could have like legitimately like the most unique bite.
Yeah, I
Just
have
having
the one
extra
that they're
teeth.
like, yup, that was.
There's nobody
that
else
was-
that could possibly look at all those teeth.
What kind of animal?
This is what kind of creature could have done this? It's only one man.
You know that apparently human bites are like really, really bad for people.
What do you mean by really bad?
Like if you break the skin, they're like really likely to get infected.
Oh, it makes sense, yeah. Like different germ barriers, like crossing over.
I have no idea why, but so it goes. Like the Gila monster, its bite is like deadly to people and to like it's animals that it hunts and stuff, right? But it doesn't have venom or poison. It just has nasty, nasty bacteria that it keeps in its mouth, and so when it bites you, that it's like super duper infected.
Oh, and is that the one that also just likes to eat rotting meat anyway? So it like just...
Wait, no, I don't think it's a Gila monster. I think it's a Komodo dragon.
I'd say it's the dragon, right? And it eats rotting meat anyway, so it literally just waits for it to rot off.
Yeah.
And then like eats it and then just eats you while you're decaying.
Messed up.
It is some messed up stuff. Like, I was just playing Fallout New Vegas the other day. Cazadors, you know that's a real thing? The tarantula hawk?
Yeah, but it's not as big.
Yeah, no, not as big, but it's literally something that kills tarantulas. Doesn't kill them, it paralyzes tarantulas, lays eggs in their backs so the babies can eat the tarantula alive. Specifically so the food can be fresher. Because it could eat a dead tarantula, but it'd probably have more food if it was alive. Wouldn't get picked off by other things.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
That's a thing for like... There's like another bee that I've seen. It's like very green and very cool. But it'll get smaller spiders. It does the same exact thing, but it just lays like a single egg. It like paralyzes. Oh, it's a roach. It gets roaches. So it'll capture a roach. It'll paralyze it. It'll inject the egg into its back.
And set it free?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then baby wakes up, gets a meal.
And then gets to start growing.
Yeah.
Speaking of bees, have you ever seen that when bees like start making their nests near things that are like different colors, so they can make different colored honey?
Yeah, I heard about it. They found bees near like M&M factories, and they really like the blue dye.
Yeah,
so they make blue honey,
and it ends up like becoming like an actual colored. I wonder if it tastes any different, or if it's literally just dyed honey.
Well, so I personally don't think I've tasted a big difference in honey at any point in my life. True, but I've never done a side by side. But when you buy honey, typically it says clover honey. Like that's legit, like bees that are pollinating clover that create the honey.
Right.
So they're marketing it as, you know, hey, these bees specifically pollinate this type of flower, so the honey is going to taste a specific way because of that. I don't know if the blue... So I think the blue M&M stuff just because of blue food coloring, but like some other stuff about it might cause a specific
is it
taste.
the pollination that actually changes the flavor of the honey, do you think? Like the pollination of what flower they do?
Well, they do the pollination and then they like take nectar or something from it.
Yeah, I suppose I don't really know how the bees actually make honey. I feel like that's just magic. It's like the cassette to aux thing. I don't know how it actually works. There's some kind of wizard.
Well, I could explain that, but...
Well, let's still stick on bees first.
Yes. They collect sugar from plants around them, and they consolidate it in their hive.
Oh, so it actually is just like sugars. Like,
yeah.
I guess that makes sense. And then it's just kind of, they store it in places, and does it ferment at all?
No.
It just makes... Wow, I gotta look at that. I guess I've never really like looked into the specifics of bees making honey other than to just kind of like... They don't like spit something out that is the honey. They just like store stuff from the flowers and that's it.
I mean, they still might spit it out for all I know, but
is it like?
I'm pretty sure it's nectar because I would get these drinks called like Jumex nectar, like guava nectar, and I'm like, it's nectar? It's not juice, it's nectar. This comes from a flower. What the hell? And I like drink it, and I'm like, wow. But it turns out a drink called nectar is actually just like a more highly concentrated juice or some shit.
Oh.
It's not actual nectar like the bees get and the hummingbirds get.
Right. It's got to be something the bees like do and produce inside of the bee itself to then make the honey, right? Because why don't we just pollinate and make honey? If like, why do we need the bees? Like the bees have to be doing something biologically, right?
Probably, yeah. But it's I also know that they make something called royal jelly, which is what they use
for the queen
to use to feed the little tiny baby bees to turn them into queens.
Oh, okay.
And maybe also feed the queen. I don't know. She has a taste for it.
You can buy that too. You can buy royal jelly in jars. Usually comes in smaller jars.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's got to be. I got to look into the more specific process of it. Any bee scientist, drop a comment.
Yeah,
let us know. I am very interested. I wanted to be able to talk about too. Have you ever heard of the boxer Rocky Marciano?
Yeah, from the movies.
See, okay, so I am very glad you said that, because now we're going to put a pin in it and talk about Chuck Wepner.
Okay.
Because
yeah, from the movies.
You're right. Chuck Wepner is the real Rocky that Sylvester Stallone kind of based the movie Rocky off of. And there's I don't really think it was a documentary, more biopic about Chuck Wepner called The Real Rocky, where it talks about, so you've seen the Rocky movies, I assume, right?
Enough of them.
Sure. So Chuck Wepner was this kind of journeyman boxer in Philadelphia. I think he worked as like a bouncer at different places, so he was like just kind of known around the town as, he's the guy, the guy around town, old Chucky from the block, whatever. Mm-hmm. And he was, a journeyman boxer, had a lot of different fights go, like win some, lose some. And after, I think it was Muhammad Ali's third title win, he comes around trying to do an exhibition tour just to garner some money. Maybe it might have even been for charity. But comes around to Chuck Wepner's part of town, and he's selected as like the guy who's going to be able to take on the champ. And he goes on and fights the whole thing, almost makes it the full 9 rounds. He makes it out of the full 12, almost makes it. Knocks Muhammad Ali down once in a controversial might have stepped on his foot, whatever. But it's this whole story of like him going through that, having this whole thing. The Rocky movie comes out, people kind of know like, oh, it's based on your life, because Rocky's whole story. He goes and fights Apollo Creed, journeyman, gets the one exhibition shot. In the movie, Rocky ends up losing, just like Chuck Wepner. It's almost 1 for 1. So people are like, oh my God, Chuck, you must be this rich guy. Sylvester Stallone bought your story, all this. And then it's this whole tale of him trying to get redemption from Sylvester Stallone, end up fucking it up and not really being it's a very, very good thing. Watch
redemption
The Real Rocky.
From him.
Because he did steal his story, so he's like never got paid from it. The Rocky movie that Sylvester Stallone wrote was Chuck Wepner's life, like 1 for 1. When Rocky goes fights Apollo Creed, Muhammad Ali, for the exhibition and that wasn't really for the title, but like Rocky was, but makes it more exciting for the movie. It was almost kind of the same thing. So Chuck Wepner went, I guess, in the movie. I don't know if it's a real thing. I think it was a biopic released by Sylvester Stallone, though, so I don't know why it would lie about this part of it. But Chuck Wepner contacted Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone was like, absolutely. This the second part of the movie. I'm going to give you a starring role in it. I'm going to make sure you get paid for your story. Chuck Wepner then goes on the whole party boy lifestyle, kind of does this whole thing away, ruins his shot at being able to be in the movie, and that whole thing.
Oh, wow.
But it's the whole thing of the real Rocky,
and then
quote unquote.
Rocky 3, they tell the story about how this guy was going to be in a movie because his boxing story got stolen.
They go off on their own thing after that, especially Rocky with like the Clubber Lang thing and the Ivan Drago. Like that's all original story, completely separate from the Chuck Wepner whole tale. But they waited until after Chuck Wepner, the actual man, had passed to release that biopic, which I think was a decent amount of respect because he was, an old man telling stories. I knocked down Muhammad Ali. I'm the real Rocky. And he's just like, okay, old man, you don't want to upset him and just keep telling him you're wrong and an idiot. They wait till after he passes. They release the biopic, set the record straight. But it's a really interesting thing. The Rocky Balboa movies was based on a real story, and then just not as glamorous as everyone might have thought. The Real Rocky, though, that's the documentary name or biopic name. I keep calling it that. Check it out.
Okay, cool.
But anyway,
so who's this other guy named Rocky?
So Rocky Marciano, right?
Right.
He is the original greatest of all time. Original. Heavyweight champion, 50-0, retired undefeated. It's the reason I love boxing so much, what I really wanted to get into, is because of how much it can relate, I guess, how much anime really relates to boxing. Like, you have these mythical figures and backstories, especially a guy like Rocky Marciano, who way back, I think it was in like the 1930s. So like, there's not a whole lot of footage of his fights. So a lot of the things you know about him are recounts of recounts. So it's just like, it builds him up to be this extra legendary figure almost.
What's his real name?
Rocky Marciano.
Rocky?
Yeah.
I guess they just named kids Rocky back then.
I don't. I'm
Was it
pretty
like
sure.
Richard?
Let me look this up. Rocky Marciano.
I know Rusty.
Real name. I'm pretty sure it was just Rocco. So Rocco.
Okay. I mean, that is a bit more of a real name, I guess.
Yeah, but he's a legendary figure. He's gone 50-0, retired undefeated, and the stories told about him are just like you would think an anime character. Like you're talking about, he would just hit you so hard and so relentlessly, wouldn't care if like you put your block up. All right, I'm just going to punch you in your arms until you don't feel your arms anymore. Then what are you going to put up? Then I'm just going to punch you some more. Like there's quotes of him saying he'd punch you on the bottoms of your feet if you'd let him. Like he would just keep nonstop, just keep punching you. He got, I think, knocked down only once or twice in his entire career, and would just unyielding, relentless pressure. They have special moves named after them. I don't know if you know this, but boxers have like their own special moves that get names like anime characters too.
I honestly didn't think that was a thing. I knew it was in wrestling.
So in boxing, they call it the boxer's Sunday punch. And a lot of the times it's normally just like, a punch that they do very well or whatever. But the really extra special ones like Floyd Patterson or Rocky Marciano or even, who is that other guy? I'm blanking on his name now.
Tyson.
Mike Tyson kind of had his own kind of style. Jack Dempsey was another one. Sorry. They have these moves that are just so unique to them and that only they do in their very unique way. Rocky Marciano's was called the Suzy Q. And it was this punch where it was a right hand, they would say loaded from hell, where he would just kind of have... So, I'll try to break this down. So when you throw a right hand punch, you want to just obviously load your hand on your back foot, kind of forward on it. But the more you kind of lean back and backward, the more telling it is that, ooh, you're about to throw a big old right hand. So what you do, or what Rocky Marciano does, he throws a left hand forward while kind of leaning back with it. So people think, oh, you're coming forward at me. So I'm going to come forward at you to try and intercept this and try to get the timing right for when this left hand is going to hit. But then right as they come forward to intercept that left hand, he's already loaded back, does a little wind up swirl, boom. And it's one of the first like posterizing moments in boxing history of Rocky Marciano hitting Jersey Joe Walcott with that right hand and just turning his face into pudding. Just absolutely rankling him, dropping him. He was in the 12th round, down in the scorecards. There was only way he could win was by knockout. He pulls out that amazing punch that people are still talking about. I'm talking about it right now.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing that anybody's ever done. It's literally like the only thing I could akin it to for someone who isn't like steeped in boxing knowledge is like an anime character, where it's just like someone who they're gonna power scale forever. Like every single boxer they talk about, they'll go back and talk about Rocky Marciano's right hand. And he had the best right hand like no one had ever seen. They'll talk about how he broke down the footwork of it, everything, every single morsel. Oh, I love it.
Do you think a little wind-up spin matters?
It matters to him. It's like a pitcher with their wind-up. They might seem a little wacky, but if it gets the job done, hey, like a guitarist making a face, whatever face you got to make to get that note out.
Yeah,
it's whatever you got to do, man. Floyd Patterson had one that had even a cooler name called the Gazelle Punch, because he would leap forward like a gazelle and just throw a wild, mean left hook with all of his weight going backward to forward. And it's, a super telegraph punch. Like, you can try to get out of the way of it and mitigate the damage, but it's going to be all of his weight swinging you forward. You can try to counter it if you want. You can try, but that's one thing people, I don't know if you quite understand. I don't mean to educate you real quick, but like even if you put your hands up with your big old padded boxing gloves and someone punches you in it, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's not news.
If someone punches you with their full weight, and even if you put your hands up, that's really not gonna do much. You can try, but it's still just gonna knock you on your ass. So that's the whole thing. Is he was literally just telling you, like, I'm just gonna swing as hard as I can and hit you as hard as I can. Do something about it, and I'm gonna run as fast as I can at you while I do it. And that was his whole strategy. And he did it so often to just be able to, from a snap, just spring and knock. He got his own name for it. The Gazelle Punch.
So if a given, top tier boxer can throw a punch that basically is completely unblockable because of how hard you're still going to get hit on your arms by trying to block it. I mean, do we still have boxers like that today, or are boxers more defensive? Like, they just work out their forearms and make them big, meaty, and padded?
So a lot of it is angles and a lot of things. If you turn your upper body, you can get that shot to kind of deflect off it, especially the forearm bones. They're kind of like blades. So if you can turn them the right way, you can turn a direct impact into more of a side impact. Muhammad Ali was the king of that, being able to turn his face just so perfectly to where a fist would stop right here, and then he'd be able to just come right back with it. But yeah, some fighters have gotten very, very good at that. Some people just, they don't hit as hard. If they don't put as much power, they don't have as much power. There's been a debate for a long time where especially punching power comes from, and people just have settled on the fact that you're born with it. You can work out, you can lift weights, you can do all the form you want, but you're never going to be able to hit as hard as George Foreman or Sonny Liston. Those guys, they faced some of the top tier boxers of their time. They would put up a block, they would lean with it, they'd get hit, and then they would just start looking around. Like, what the fuck just happened? Where's the bus? Where's the bus that just ran me? What the fuck? Like, it would confuse people how hard they would hit. Like, there's no way you can train for that. George Foreman is a fat old man just riding a bike, got back in the ring at 45 years old and hit Michael Moore so hard he put him into another dimension. It's ridiculous. Like, there's no way you train for that. You're born with it. Ugh, I love boxing and just how much like I never really realized until recently how much it like is synonymous with anime and how like it has the named characters, the named moves and everything, and pro wrestling too. I mean, you're right.
I mean, fighting and showmanship, go hand in hand, and I could see.
Yeah.
I mean, the anime does have quite a bit of American influence at the end of the day, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Especially a lot of that stuff wasn't really popping up until after World War II.
What do you mean, like a lot of anime stuff in general?
Anime, yeah.
Really? I guess I never really looked into the origins of anime.
Well, I'm pretty sure, like, anime in general was influenced by American superheroes at the very beginning.
I did not know that.
Honestly, I could be talking out of my ass right now, for all I know, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went down.
That's kind of cool. So American comic books are the ones that inspired, like, manga and all... Oh, excuse me. Manga and all that?
I mean, I think shonen, at least.
Interesting. That's kind of cool. I had no idea.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's specifically, like, one run of Spider-Man that you can track, like, a lot of this history back to is, like, a specific Spider-Man comic.
Huh. That's wild.
We'll do a little research on it.
Yeah, we should.
Get back to our audience.
We should. We should take a little breakdown and look up some stuff. What was that other thing I wanted to look up beforehand I was talking about? I don't remember. There's something. How bees make honey.
Works. Oh, yeah.
That's how bees make honey. We got to look that up for the next episode, too. Mark it down. I want to make notes of this. Bees make honey and whatever else you said. I already forgot it.
So the magnetic tape thing is really easy, okay? So you know how a magnetic, like... So you can understand that a magnetic tape cassette has the data on the tape, and the tape moves by, right?
Okay, yeah. You're talking about cassette to aux. We're going back to that.
Yeah. Well, the aux cable, I mean, it's still like an electrical signal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they just have there's a specific spot in the cassette reader that reads the tape as it goes by.
Mm-hmm.
And you just put a little magnet up to it, and you send the signal from the aux to the magnet in, time, right? So you change it as whatever the bit rate of the song is. And it's just the same exact data flowing by, except instead of it being on a tape spun around, you have a single magnet that is getting the data serially in sequence.
And it's just a magnet. There's no like magnetic ribbon that has to spin around like in place of the quote unquote film that would be there.
Sometimes they'll put a fake ribbon there just because some of these devices can be finicky and they're like expecting to see a ribbon there before it'll even read or something like that.
Interesting. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, they just put a magnet behind a ribbon that doesn't have any information on it, and bada bing, bada bop. You just transform the data, or you translate the signal.
Yeah.
From
it's just a very strange proprietary format cassette. Or no, I guess it's not proprietary anymore. It wasn't proprietary.
Yeah, it's just what the format was, and then you find a way to convert that to that.
Yeah. I never thought about. I guess I weirdly had never thought about cassette as just like another format. It's just like such a bygone thing.
Well, you got like cassette and records, which are, I mean, they aren't ones, they're analog, and the record, that's literally just a waveform of the music, right? And you get the needle going over, it's a very fine needle, and it shakes at the exact frequency of the waveform, and then you put a microphone up to it or a speaker or whatever, and boom, you got music. Kind of the same deal with CDs. Same exact thing, except you engrave it with a laser.
Yeah, it's
and just ones and zeros.
Microscopically.
Yeah.
Wild. That's wild to see.
The cassette is probably just the same deal, except it needs to interact with some magnet thing to get it written on there, but it's just the waveform.
Yeah, it took some of the mysticism out of it. I thought there was a small wizard in there making the ribbon spin.
Yeah.
Makes sense, though. It is just another format, just kind of like it would be a USB or a CD. Just a little bit more steps because it is analog. It has an analog component anyway.
Well, I like that it's very direct, like it is the waveform. Like if you could record it and you're going to get that waveform. You could find some like physical way to record something and it like puts the divots into like a record or whatever. I don't know how they make record waveforms in the first place, but like you can record that thing directly. You could probably get like a seismograph or something and just be really loud. And it'll write it down.
No, write it all down. Copy it. That's cool. Do you ever have the CD player in your car, where you had like a CD player that you had to like actually plug into the radio, as opposed to like the CD player that was already pre-installed in the car?
No, I've always had the pre-installed one. I've also known some people that have a CD disc changer in the trunk. So you put 6 CDs in there.
I mean, cool, but why not have the CD disc changer up fucking front?
You don't fuck with it when you're driving. It's got 6 CDs.
Yeah, but like, what if you got more than 6 CDs? Shit, my brother would always have like 50.
You plan it for the trip.
Yeah.
They don't want you fucking with it.
I remember my mom's, when she got like a nicer car when I was right before high school, had like the 5 CD changer in the front. So literally you could just put a CD in and then just put another CD in and just put another CD in.
I mean, yeah, I believe that they got those too, yeah. Oh, so if you get in a head-on collision, the CDs are okay.
Yeah, no, perfect. They're part of actually, it shoots the CDs forward as like a projectile to attack your collider.
Yeah, like, you fucking hit me?
Kills them, yeah, and then you don't have to worry about insurance. You don't have to go to court with a dead person. What are you going to do?
Right. No witness.
And plus, they're at fault, probably, so bam.
Yeah, right?
Just makes it cleaner.
Why do they have 6 CDs shoot out of their 6 CD changer at them?
That'd be great if you could just have like a weaponized thing in your car, like, oh no, fire the CDs. You just fire the CDs out the hood
and they all break, and it's just a silent drive after you blow them up. It's like, damn, I could have saved one.
Is that in Shaun of the Dead, like when they're just throwing the records at the zombie and they get through like which ones they're gonna destroy? Which ones are worth it and which ones are worth keeping?
Haven't actually seen Shaun of the Dead.
You've never seen? Oh, it's such a good movie. It's literally just like, it's a very like I wouldn't even say on the nose, but like just what
parody.
What you would do in a zombie movie, like what would probably actually happen, like Pineapple Express sort of style.
Mm-hmm.
Not even like a parody of zombie movies where they're doing like all the cliches, but just like, yeah, these are just like normal guys in zombie movie, just got stuck there.
What the fuck?
Right, exactly. Like, what the fuck? What are we gonna do about these zombies? Yeah. Basically, they play Time Splitters 2 also in that movie.
Ah, cool.
Awesome, man.
Just like real life.
Right, that's one of my favorite movies.
Time Splitters 2.
I played Time Splitters 2. Whenever they're playing video games, I could notice, like, oh, that's the SPB-90. I know those health bars. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
So, I don't know, speaking of games, I'm back on my shitty mobile game arc.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What mobile game is it this time?
Dice versus Monsters.
Dice?
Just calling it shitty, I don't know.
Is it an idle game or just...
So you have like different characters, right? And that character is represented by a single die. And at the start of the round, you select one of 3 randomly chosen ones of however many you have to start with, and you put the die in the middle. It'll roll, and then there's like 3 different attacks. One's on 3 faces, one's on 2 faces, one's on a single face. It's like you're quick, you're strong, and you're special.
Right, sure.
And it'll roll, it'll land, and it'll be like 2 quicks. Shoot out 2 quicks at the oncoming wave. And then after you get so much experience, it's like, okay, do you want to add this special effect to your moves? Do you want to add this much, like more, like increase the number on the sides of your die? Or do you want to get another die of another character?
And you're just fighting off waves, like sitting behind a line, rolling dice?
You don't even roll them. They do it automatically.
This sounds like one of the games that's on a banner of a website, or that I would see on like Reddit or something.
I found it on Instagram, yeah. Well, here's the thing, is that like they represent it correctly, right? They aren't lying about what it is. And the thing is as a free mobile game, it's gonna feed you like crazy amounts of ads. And those is just like, I mean, I've spoken about Ebony before, which is like, it was called like Ebony Return of the King or something for a while. And now recently I've seen it as one of those games where like there's zombies coming at you down a line, and you like got like a soldier, and you're moving back and forth between that and like this row of like multipliers, and you can shoot the multipliers to go up, and then you go back and forth. And they always fuck it up and die in the ad, and they're like, "Can you do better?"
And then entices you to go and actually try and do better. You get hooked.
No,
line,
it doesn't.
and sinker.
None of that works. That's why I chose this one, because it's like someone just plays it and then they like win.
Why did you need to stop playing mobile games based off of mobile ads? It's probably better for your health if you stop doing that.
I've been enjoying it. I don't spend money on it. I open up my phone on like my break or something, and I watch little things blow up, and I pick how many, like, what power-ups I want, and if it's good enough, I win. But I feel like there's a lot worse because I see the ads, right?
It's not a porn one, so yeah, there could be worse.
Yeah, there's some horny ones.
Some real bad ones out there.
I did see as ads for the current game I'm playing, Pokemon Go and trading card game Pocket, which I'm like, wow, I guess, they're also going for the same market of people that play games on their phones.
I mean, yeah. As someone on their phone right now, like, you could just go download this right now, click right here, take you to the App Store.
Yeah, I'm like, okay,
Bing,
fair
bang,
enough.
boom.
If that's what we're gonna advertise.
Yeah,
makes sense. I just feel like there's a lot of like, the ads are just so weird. It's like a lot of those multipliers type thing where it's like, okay, this time you have a cup full of bullets and you gotta dump them out, and they drop one at a time. And on the left side, there's like, okay, you gotta put 35 or like 15 bullets here to like break the thing that's blocking you.
Sure.
And then you go through 3 times 35 multipliers. On the right, there's like a times 2 and a times 3 multiplier in a row. And then at the bottom, there's times 5, 5, 5 moving back and forth. And this guy just misses it every fucking time. And it's like, well, that's why you lost. If you just left it completely still, you would do better. It's just so...
I
don't understand these ads.
Because they're meant to be like, literally what you're doing. They're meant to be like, what are you doing, idiot? I can do it better.
Well, no, I'm not saying I mean, I guess I am saying I can do it better.
Exactly,
but it's
you're
like,
saying you're getting mad.
I'm not saying I'm going to even try it, because it's just like...
There's not even a person playing that game, probably.
It doesn't look fun, yeah.
It's okay, so you're saying this is a bad ad strategy in general. Like, it's
yeah. But not the game that I play. They're straightforward with it. You roll the dice, they shoot little things out. If you shoot enough little things out, you win.
Fair
Easy
enough.
peasy.
Fair enough. I never thought I'd meet a person in real life that actually downloaded one of those games.
I'll admit it's low quality, and like, I mean, we've played idle games on our phone before. Those are like, this is like the continuation of idle game culture, because every single idle game's already been made. It's just a new skin.
Fair.
Right?
Yeah, idle games were a fun meme for a while.
Like add venture capitalist and add venture communist. They just number go up.
I preferred Egg Inc.
Egg Inc. was pretty good.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah.
Getting egg.
I liked it because they had the drones flying by, and they were
knock 'em
pretty
down.
quick, and you had to tap them to get shit.
You knock your drones down over your farm. It's pretty funny.
Because that was kind of the thing with idle games, is just like how fun can you dress it up?
You make chickens that are laying
quantum
tetrahedron
eggs.
eggs. Yeah, whatever the fuck. Pretty funny.
Eggs that don't even exist yet.
Right, eggs that are like exist.
They're
in the
worth
future.
1 billion eggs each.
Egg Inc. I wonder if that's still going on. Probably is, like, downloadable.
You can probably find it. I used to play the Katamari idle game. There's Cookie Clicker.
Cookie
the
Clicker is the classic. Yeah, that is a Steam release.
These things were more attractive to me when I was like in college. Like, I just download one for finals week, and it's like I need to give my brain a rest from studying and just get straight reward wired directly into there.
Right.
And go to my idle game. Then I hold down the hatch chicken button, and it just billion come out. And like lags the phone, and my number goes up. It's like nice. Nice.
I like that chicken. It's so good seeing it all like come out of the pens too. You get to upgrade all the hatches and everything. It's one of those things. It's just they call it the what is it? Where you like do the one thing to do the other thing to do the next thing. It's called a certain cycle. Can't forget the term for it. Where it's like it just reinforces like the positive things every time. Like you do the little thing and it just keeps giving you to make you do more.
I don't know, reinforcement cycle.
Yeah, I can't think of the term for it. Where it's got you, it's a good cycle. Where it's just you gotta keep buying new things, and that makes you get more, and then it makes you buy new things. It keeps you hooked. It's fun though. It's fun when it's just little chickens.
Mm-hmm. I've seen some really like just puzzling ads. It's like they'll start it out and it's like people like, I'm gonna report you. You have so much equipment or something like that. And it's like, shut up, dude. You just don't know how to play the game, or whatever. And it's like, oh hey, can I join your party, please? And it's like, shut up, noob. You don't know how to play the game. It's pretty much the same shit.
Wait, this is an ad?
These are different ads. Like ones where it's like, I'm gonna report you. You have so much good stuff. Or it's like, ooh, can I join your party? I'm new. Or whatever. And then
Never seen
they
these.
like go down like three rejections or whatever. And then they walk up later and it's like, wow, they have a unique helmet and the legendary sword. No way, how'd you do that? Oh, I just downloaded the game and typed in these 2 codes that give you 5 million free draws at the beginning of the game. And I'm just wondering, what are you even playing?
Yeah, it's literally
what are you
just
doing?
You're just winning, getting the game win. Yeah.
Yeah, you open it up, you get 5 million free draws, and they're like, you get guaranteed, double S plus after this many draws, and guaranteed triple S plus after this many draws. It's like, what do you do with that? 5 million?
You
That's a
win.
lot.
Yeah, they just crashed the economy.
If
I
I
guess.
had the game, and then later they come out with 5 million free draws, and I'm getting like 10 a week, I just quit.
Yeah.
Or is this even competitive?
You re-download and get your 10 million. You restart your new life.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if everybody had $10 million, then everybody would be a 10 millionaire and no one would be sad.
Mhm.
So I don't see the problem.
I also got a different idle game, or not an idle. I had downloaded a different game onto my phone like 9 months ago, and I bounced off of that one really quickly. Right? It was just advertised as this like unscrew game where it's like a bunch of like blocks screwed to a wall or something, and you got to unscrew things to get them to fall. And like, if you mess it up, like you'll unscrew something and then the piece will go and block another hole. So you don't have anywhere to put your other screws, and then you lose.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, I get you.
But it's this weird like auto battler thing, and
Wait, on top of the screw peg
that's
puzzle?
the main game. The puzzle game thing is something you do like after so many levels of that, and then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, now do 10 puzzles.
10? I thought it would just be like 1 for extra mint. Like, what?
No, it's like, it's like 10, and then you like go back and do like 17 levels of this other game. Super weird. Ended up bouncing off of it. Puzzles weren't even good. Gameplay wasn't good. Whatever. I signed up for some shit. It's like, click this, and then like we'll give you like bonus stuff in the game. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together for a while. But I started getting these texts in Chinese. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
Oh my god. Like my data was sold. It was that shitty game or whatever. Yada yada yada. But it wasn't that.
Oh.
It was just the game texting me.
Oh, they were just
It was-
sending you like updates
It was
like,
just
hey.
Chinese.
Yeah,
It's
that's the Chinese
game.
developer.
They send it in Chinese. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on?
Like,
I can't
hey,
read
claim
any
your
of
free
this.
gems today.
And I figured out. I just texted stop in all caps to it. It did.
That worked. All right, cool. You didn't have to put it through Translate first.
No. What a hoop to jump through.
Right. Gonna say
All to
stop in
send me
Chinese.
texts that I don't want? What do you get out of this?
Your data, probably.
They already have my number.
Yeah, maybe they got something out. They got the text and you sent it back. I don't know if that like opens a
It
bridge or
It
something.
says reply with stop to allow us to sell your data to more people.
Reply with stop to sell your organs.
Yeah. You
Oh,
got me.
darn it. I didn't read. I should have translated.
Mhm.
That'd be like an Aqua Teen Hunger Force plot. Just like, oh yeah, you replied yes to the Terms of Service, so we're here for the organs?
Yeah, I mean, there's some fucked up stuff that isn't real life terms of service stuff. There was like a guy that died at Disney World in like, I think it was Disneyland, at like a restaurant that you need to get like reservation for
I
a really
remember
long
this,
time in
yeah.
advance. And he had like a peanut allergy. It was someone in like a couple, one of the two, had a peanut allergy. Got like every assurance in the world that they weren't going to serve him any. They did. He died. Wife tries to sue, and they said, no, you can't, because you signed a Disney Plus terms of service contract. It says you can't sue us.
Yeah, you forfeit all rights to litigation. Stupid. Why is that even in there? Why is that even in the Disney Plus
I really hope that
contract?
didn't hold up. Like I don't think it should have.
I probably
But
did.
they
Disney's
tried it.
lawyers. I mean, shit. That's awful. So I remember for our fun terms of service story, I think it was just like some random web program. Just hit if you find this, send us something to this email and we'll give you a $5,000 prize. It was just in the middle of their terms of service. Mm-hmm. So it took like 5 years for someone to actually cash it in.
Well, there's just a lot of shit they got to put in there. Like a lot of it's just copy and paste.
Yeah, just like legal jargon, I assume. Just like we're not, if you use this product, then you are not liable to sell this product as your own, yada yada.
Mm-hmm. It's like one single point, and then like loophole closing after loophole closing turns it into like 2 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs for each individual point. And then in the middle of that, then they got the other shit, like $5,000 cash prize.
Right, and then they go to the next point, and then loophole closing. Yeah.
And there's Google's terms of service, or maybe it was, I don't know what it was. They're like mission statement, which was do no evil, which they took out, and there was the part in iTunes that said you can't make a nuclear bomb out of it. They took that out.
So now I can make a nuclear bomb with iTunes? Thank God.
If you can, like, the terms of service aren't preventing you, that's for sure.
There's the story of that one Boy Scout that built the nuclear reactor and just got arrested for it, so I don't think you can.
Well, they discontinued it, but they have a nuclear science merit badge.
Oh, really? In the Boy Scouts?
Yeah, I mean, they don't give it anymore.
Makes sense.
It was a real merit badge, yeah.
Damn.
And that was probably some guy trying to 100% being a Boy Scout. Because you got to do it by 18.
Yeah. And that's how you get your Eagle Scout. I don't know if you have to get every single badge.
Yeah, you need like 30 or 40 or something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think they make you 100% the Scouts. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's like 30 or 40. You need to, like the upper ranks, you need to like bin that for 6 months before you can graduate. And each, like, it's like a growing thing, right? You need so many merit badges to get to the next one, and by the end it's like whatever number.
We need to
do an Eagle Scout project.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember a lot of people doing that, rather. You got to go through your meetings to get upgraded each scout level. Got to make sure you know all the different things about being a scout and all the different things you've learned from your merit badges and whatnot. Make sure you're ready. I don't freaking know. I only got that meeting twice. I think I made it to Life or Star Scout, whatever that is.
I made it to Tenderfoot or something, or like second class. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
Good old Boy Scouts, or just Scouts now, because there's Scouts and then still Girl Scouts, right?
I don't know.
I think that's what
I think they're still Boy Scouts.
I think they're just the Scouts now.
I think they allow girls in, but they might still be boys. I don't know.
I don't know if they are. Yeah, I haven't kept up with it either. I know there are still Girl Scouts, 100% though, like cookies and everything, Girl Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently they're like not even that great. I have some pair of people who have daughters who are just like, yeah, the Girl Scouts weren't really like doing shit, like anything cool, so we took them out.
Well, it's a chapter by chapter thing, I assume.
Yeah, that's
it's done in your own community.
Right.
And nationals will be like, okay, here's popcorn if you're a Boy Scout, and here's cookies if you're a Girl Scout. And the cookies way more popular.
Yeah, because it's just popcorn. It's fucking way too expensive.
Pre-popped?
It's bullshit.
It's not even warm?
Nah, and it's like $13 for a tin. Some shit. Just go get some Garrett's.
Mm-hmm.
Still a little expensive.
I mean, we're in Illinois, but
yeah, get anything else, any other caramel popcorn.
But some chapters of Boy Scouts would like sell or deliver Christmas trees.
Oh, really?
Is pretty neat, but that's not like a national thing. I don't imagine.
Yeah,
like they're not gonna ship them from like fucking Boy Scout Central.
No, it'd definitely be a thing you have to like get with a local tree farm or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that could about do it for this episode of CRT. We're at about time. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you listening. If you stuck all the way through, be sure to give us a rating, drop a comment on the YouTube or the Spotify, wherever you're listening. We appreciate it. I've been your host, Trashcan Jones.
And I'm Breeg.
See you next time.
Bye.